Well, hello there, guys. Welcome back. A trying time for the Soviet Union. It seems we're beset on all sides by enemies, and they're getting closer and closer to Stalingrad. Of course, they've taken Moscow already. We're trying to take it back as best we can, but I fear that our efforts are not working. They're all in vain. If we win some attacks here, we might be able to send some troops over, but overall, it looks like they definitely have a strong hold on the capital itself, and it's going to be very hard to actually dislodge them from it. So let's go ahead and start hitting it from multiple locations. I'll also try to cut it off if I can. But obviously, if the enemy gets to Stalingrad, that would be the peace conference, and we would be finished. And the fact that we're getting trapped here, not a good sign. So we're trying to break out multiple different ways. And many people have said, even if we're going to lose, they want me to kill as many of the allies as I can, which I think is pretty much what we're trying to do here. I might even go ahead, take all these armies, and just try to break out, which I think is exactly what I'm going to do. So we're going to try to break out of this pocket, reform the lines in the east if we can, and just save as many of our armies as possible before we get totally annihilated. I'm hoping that our allies can hold the line at least long enough for us to get the hell out of here. Alright, submarine defense is not going to help right now, but what can help is walking through enemy territory like these enemies, or like these allies are doing, to sort of test the enemy's strength, see where their strongest units are and where they're trying to cut us off. Here we go. And these guys are also trying to leave. Everybody right now is trying to get a ticket back to Moscow, or actually, in this case, back to Stalingrad. We're going to be attacking with the Iranian Authority. We're basically just sending all of our boys out at once. One major problem, of course, is the enemy push through the Balkans. They've managed to cut through a large percentage here. They're obviously in Romania now, and providing a lot of support to our Bulgarian enemies, which is definitely not cool, not kosher, but what can you do? Alright, trying to think towards Brno. It looks like we might be able to get through here at Warsaw. I'm going to try to hit this unit and take Warsaw back from the enemy. Obviously, the Polish People's Republic is still going strong, so they might still be delivering some supplies to us, which may be the reason we're not totally cut off yet. But other than that, it's really not very helpful, unfortunately. Everybody to Moscow. We'll go ahead and try to chase this wayward British division trying to run away from us. Come on, boys. Okay, it looks like our attack is commencing in Zalovice. We're basically trying to fight our way out of here now. We got our way in here thinking we could take Germany, and then maybe not such a great idea, at least not initially. Good news is we are winning these battles over here in the east, but we need to really break out very soon. We can't take time doing this. The longer we take, the less of a chance there is that we're even going to be able to get out of here. Alright, good. A lot of our boys are getting the hell out. I want to go north, definitely. And this way we still have to cut through our own lines, but we'll be cutting through, Sorry about that, guys. We had a little game crash. It looks like sometimes a lot of these sprites, this many sprites on the screen, causes the game to go absolutely haywire. We're still trying to break through, as you can see, but we're not having as much luck as we expected, and all I think we can hope for now is that's basically it, is luck. I'm going to try to break through the north again. It looks like our first attack failed, so this time I'm going to put a lot of pressure on the weaker armies, significantly the Americans, the Mexicans. They are actually the weaker armies right now, as well as the Irish. The strongest, of course, the British. They're the main guys opposing us, and they can certainly stand up to us. Diplomatic actions can't progress. Some of your diplomatics can't progress because you lack political power. Well, obviously. offer peace, but let's take a look at the actual war. Wow. So the British are almost at 1.5 million, and I believe we're at 38%. I believe we can question or ask for a surrender. Maybe not yet, and I don't think they would accept anyway. 35%. No! We need to lose a lot more. Probably need to lose Stalingrad before it's even considered. Looks like we might take back Moscow, but to what avail, I don't know. And as you can see, this army does look very trapped, to say the least. We're still trying to cut through places that are loyal to us, but it's taking way too long. Just need to keep trying, I guess. In fact, keep cutting through, really. We're trapped in Poland. It's not even Poland. It's part of the Soviet Union right now. So we want to cut through here. Let's try to make our goal this area here. So we're making it a smaller goal. We're not even drawing offensive lines or anything like that. We should have drawn fallback lines, but I didn't think we were going to have to fall back. I was confident in the ability of the Soviets. Let's take a look and see how our Republican allies are doing. You know what? Surprisingly good, because it looks like the British have left them alone almost entirely. I'm actually kind of pissed that they're not attacking. They're kind of just staying still. Come on, hit them. As we're trying to attack, the enemy army is chasing us, right behind us chasing. It's a very scary, intense situation, without a doubt. Okay, there we go. We opened up a nice little pocket. Still not sure it's enough to actually escape. Forward! Do not stop! Don't you want to make it back home? I think our men do. That's why they're fighting so damn hard right now. We're gonna keep attacking. And there we go. A lot of the enemies pulling back out of the Königsberg area. East Prussia. So we're gonna keep moving through with the rest of these guys. We better, because the lines are closing, for sure. Yeah, I like that they're actually cutting through here, cutting through some of the lines near Krakow. And Krakow is incredibly still under our control. It's actually being defended by the Austrian People's Republic, which is really cool. Not sure how long it's going to stand, though, or how long it's going to last. Let's hope it lasts a while, though. And see if we can open up the line to Minsk, once again. But sadly, Moscow is out of our reach. We'll try to send some guys right down their throats. Let's hope this works. Keep attacking. Belgian troops at Moscow. Look close enough, you can see the Kremlin. Actually, I don't think you can, but it would be cool if they added that. Be a nice little feature. Alright, these guys are moving unhindered so far. Maybe they can cut behind enemy lines at Moscow without any issues. The enemy are losing us so many men taking these areas, because we end up cutting them off and retaking them, but they have enough men to spare, that's the thing. So they can send men kind of wherever they want and still manage to do pretty well. I'm going to try to cut them off once again with this group. They're pretty weak on this western front of this tiny front itself. But every time we cut them off, they cut us off. So it's kind of like a crazy situation. Sort of looks like gerrymandering in politics in congressional districts. Like, the Democrats own that area, the Republicans own that tiny area there, the Democrats own this tiny area here. It's really confusing. And it's kind of the situation we're at now. And as you can see, we're trapped, more or less, here in Prussia. So I'm going to move north hopefully moving up through Königsberg and able to take this entire landmass back, because then at least we have some area, some places near the sea, I guess you could call it, to rest. But right now, we are in serious trouble. Fighting out of the encirclement well, but it's not well enough. Decline. Thank you, but no thank you, Romania. We've got enough troops we have to save. We can't save yours as well. Oh, they're sending more reinforcements. They don't want us leaving. This is unbelievable. Let's try to move north, or just east in this case, I guess. I wanted to move north, but this game says no. The game says no. I've got to listen. Go ahead and try to take Lodz back. And now Warsaw is really our main fighting position as the world crumbles around us. Look at that. So we did exceptionally well getting this far, but it can't last forever, obviously. And now it's all about the enemy just getting to Stalingrad in fairly quick time. We're still going to try to take Moscow back. Take back the glorious city. Nice. So Moscow's back in our control. But again, big whoop. You know, it's going to stay in our control for a few turns. It's going to drop out of control once again. Of course, I'd rather our allies take the hit and not us. It would be ideal. Flank attack. Nice. So cutting the enemy off like this is exactly what I enjoy doing. Don't think that's going to work. We can try to cut through here as well. Look at this. We're actually doing a pretty good job chewing away at the line here near Lodz. But the men are running out of supplies quickly. That's the scary part of this situation right now. So let's take a look here actually right now at just the casualties once again. 3.35 million. I want to see what the French have lost. 2.82 million. I mean, we've lost millions on our side. We really have. East Germany's lost 341,000. Republicans made 265,000. The enemy has had some losses, 248k for the Belgians. The most, of course, 1.5 million for the United Kingdom. But overall, they've come out of this war fairly unscathed. The Canadians, 134,000. That's a lot for Canada, believe it or not. So that's why we keep seeing the Canadians all along the front, especially our northernmost front. They really seem to be working with the Norwegians to move into our country as quickly as possible. Yugoslavia has capitulated. Tito has fallen. And those are dark times. I agree. That's definitely got to change the war score. 72% in favor of the aggressors. And we're going to jump over to Japan, see if they're willing to negotiate. I doubt it. They're just probably going to wear us down to the very end. 37%. We're still not losing badly enough to get the Japanese and their fellow communists to accept our terms of surrender, which is too bad. And we are just getting further and further trapped into a moray of death. Let's say that. So we need this war to end quick. These armies are pretty much going to be finished off. They'll all be taken prisoner by the Allies. At least that's what it looks like right now. Fire well, boys. The Germans have definitely suffered in the war. But you can see just how much the enemy has that they've managed to take from us. So we're going to try to cut through here. And look at that. They're so close. They've taken Moscow back. And at this point, it's just a waiting game before they get to Stalingrad itself and end the war with a humiliating peace conference. But we've gone pretty damn far. I'd like to say that we tried our best, and hopefully that'll count for something when the peace conference comes around. Well, guys, hope you're enjoying. Take care. It had to end sometime, but we could have fought harder. Am I right? Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and glory to the Soviets.